Hey guys, welcome to our Moon Knight review. This is episode 4, and we got a little special treat here. G Fuel sent us, get this, a Moon Knight flavor. Oh, it's the hydration.
Moonberry.
I can't wait to try that. I haven't not tried that. We literally got it, so I will tell you on the next episode how that flavor is. So let's get cracking here on episode 4. Wow. What the hell was that at the end? What? I'm going to talk spoilers here because we're in episode 4. A fucking hippo. This is the kind of weird shit that I was hoping for in Moon Knight. Took us a while to get here. We had some kind of bad character, bad action. I really love Oscar Isaacs. He is really nailing it with the multiple personalities. But as far as the action goes and the asinine decisions of the Egyptian gods in this fucking show just drives me crazy.
They're
like
terrible.
Gods, they're awful. They're written awful. But everything else is working, right? Even Mr. What's his name? The cult guy. Ethan Hawke. Yeah, as the cult leader is just weird enough that I'm captivated by him. So specifically for this episode, what did you guys think?
I thought everything was pretty much average.
Yeah.
Till the very end.
Okay. All right.
I was like, okay, we see this multiple times. The action was meh.
The machine gun at the beginning
I was
could
like,
have
what are you
easily killed.
doing?
I don't
It's
understand.
like, I don't know what. A lot of dumb
what that-
decisions. It's like, okay, these are like dumb bad guys.
Yeah.
All right,
And the most
come on.
awkward, this is the most awkward kiss I've ever seen. I'm not really buying the whole Mark and, well, obviously it's Mark that has a relationship. He's like, did you kiss my girlfriend? But Steven is this, I don't know. I just don't see the chemistry, and Layla, I don't really
Not yet. No, I
like
don't
this
see that
character, and
chemistry.
I don't see the chemistry
I don't
there.
feel
so
that
it was
chemistry
really awkward.
either. Like I feel the same way. Just
But you like the mummy part, Joe? Come on.
it's like
Motherfucker got disemboweled. Disney disemboweled, so you don't see anything. But
it was
but
it was
that was kind of cool, though, right? It
little
brought me
bit.
back to the Mummy films. I love Brandon
well. That's another
Fraser.
thing, though. Like it kind of brought me back to that, but I was like, okay, well, I kind of wanted them to explore some more stuff like that, but
It's been done better.
again, It's
Yeah.
been done better. This is just
By
like
Mummy.
again average till we get to like the closing parts. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what the hell's going on?
Uh-huh.
He's got a VHS tape. I was like, of the old adventures. Like, okay,
Oh, that cheesy TV show. Yeah,
this
that was
is
kind of.
I don't know
I
where
was
it's
like,
going now.
I was like, wait
I
a
don't
minute,
know
where
where
did the
it's going.
budget go?
I'm
But
intrigued,
It
though.
was the cheesy TV. Okay, you're intrigued. That's good, but that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
What
I think this one has significantly higher highs, but it has the same kind of dismal lows that we've seen with just weird and poor directorial choices and writing choices. I love the mummy stuff. The Brendan Fraser's mummy is excellent,
Classic.
and if we had just gotten a lot of that stuff, it would have
yeah.
been great. But we still have situations where characters are being chased by people. They're being chased by monsters they didn't know exist. They're being chased by people who maybe are in a disembowel. And we hear machine gun fire, and they have a couple's quarrel in the middle of a tomb while they're being chased
That
by people.
literally
with
gets
gun-
him killed. Layla is a fucking stupid idiot. Yes, they reveal this thing where Ethan Hawke gets in her head by saying, Mark killed your dad. But, like, they're literally trying to save the world. They're going to get shot.
Save their lives.
Save
We
their
can talk
lives.
about
and
this
she's
when we
talking
get out.
about it as if they have a limited time. Let's talk about this later, and let's do the thing.
just-
And she gets him killed.
Yeah,
He literally gets shot in this episode and dies.
It's just so silly, and there doesn't need to be it. Like there's no reason for it. It doesn't need to be written this way. This is just a bunch of people getting together that just don't fucking watch their own stuff with a critical eye, or someone in the room go, wait a minute, why are they arguing there? Can I ask a question? Like, had they been stuck,
No questions.
There had been any of those things would have been fine. And then it gets interesting again. In a weird kind of way, it's like, wow, where are they going with this? This is kind of crazy stuff. I like the whole, like, we're inside of his mind. He needs to kind of figure his whole thing out.
Yeah.
And then when he does that, and probably then things can kind of get exciting again. So I think that overall that this is a better episode, especially over 3, because oh my god, 3 was that courtroom scene.
Yeah.
Will be.
Oh,
I will
I hate
forever
it.
think that Moon Knight as a series is not very good for how bad that
For the
courtroom
hippo
scene is.
yeah. Or
The-
for the
that-
courtroom scene?
Yeah. And then honestly, I had a question. I was talking to you guys.
Yeah.
All of the Egyptian gods at any point in time can get in a little semicircle and go, we are going to exile Khonshu. We're going to put him in a little Ken doll, and he goes away forever.
Yes.
Doesn't matter where Khonshu is. We can just stand here and we can do that,
I
right?
counted. There was 9 other little gods in prison.
So if Ethan Hawke is successful and they're just like, what in the courtroom scene, they're going to be like, look, if he resurrects her, we'll just make her a little Barbie doll. Because they're all seeing, all knowing, all powerful, and they can do that to any god that exists on the plane, right?
Well, they did it to. Well, we see it off screen. No. He goes, and then he turns into a statue because the gods all came together.
Yeah.
So what's the threat? You just ruined the threat.
So
the threat is if they get her out, then they just do that and put her in a statue. Well,
No,
maybe
she
she's
can't be
more.
contained.
Maybe she's more powerful.
They'll explain it.
Than they
I'm
were
just
all.
throwing-
Okay, no questions.
wild
I'm sorry.
guesses.
I'm sorry. You said no questions. I asked a question. How foolish of me.
No.
So overall, this
it's
one
a
is
plot hole.
This one is
it
way
a plot
better.
hole. This shows you why there's some writing issues here and there. So yeah, but I'm thinking about it, and I guess hopefully they'll explain it or something. But I don't know. I did like the in the mind stuff, though. I did think the series was going to be more mature. They really play a lot of the psychological conflict and multiple personalities for laughs. I kind of thought, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought they'd take the mental health issue a little bit more serious. But it's Marvel, and you want to have a good time, and Oscar Isaacs is having a good time, and everybody's having a good time. And so I like it, but I was just like, man, this could have been real, like, good, crazy shit, and we got, hey, it's goofy, and we're having fun. Yeah. But I just don't buy the relationship with Layla. I think that's kind of bringing it down, and she's showing up and obviously getting him killed. So we can get into this more interesting stuff. Now, I do think that this is more interesting. Who is this Egyptian hippo god, Tauret? Tauret is the god of fertility and childbirth. She's got a hippo. Is this the other lady that was going to help him? Maybe she's going to help them out. And along with life, she has an association with death. She used her powers to help the dead make their way safely to the afterlife. So maybe she's going to help him out to be resurrected because they literally were killed. Mark they were all killed. And I did like how it's like, oh, is this all in his head? Of course we've watched some of it, so we know it's not in his head. This is his subconscious mind when he's shot or dead. Maybe the gods are holding him in some area. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I am intrigued. I thought there was an interesting sort of ending to it, but a little uneven. So it definitely got weird this episode, and I was hoping for that. I'm ready for weird. Yeah. If we go forward from here, then I think there's good positive things. Because so far, if we go back, we've been kind of cold on it. Episode 1, 6 out of 10. Episode 2, 7 out of 10. Episode 3, 6 out of 10. Episode 4, this one, man, I felt really conflicted because we watched all 4 of these a while ago. And now we rewatched it with all the graphics and things put back in because we were watching a work print version of it for reviewers. I gave it a 5 out of 10 back then. I'm thinking I have to think about it. What would you give your rating, and then we'll go into spoilers.
For me, I'm going to go with the 6. Everything that we've liked and discussed is mainly towards the end.
It's average. So you went above average. You said it was average at the beginning. Now you're going above average.
Yeah, I'm going to say with that.
Okay.
Because I did like the ending part, and there's some good glimpses of what it could have been with the mummy and the exploration. I still, like you said, I don't buy the chemistry between them two as lovers. Yeah. I don't know what they got. I don't know how they're going to win me over. Nah. Because right now, we're on episode 4, and I still don't feel like
Oscar Isaacs has won me over. If you can win me over with more Moon Knight action, I think
I'm talking about the chemistry, though, between them two.
Layla's not going to win me over.
Yeah, exactly. Their chemistry, she's just a prop. It's not working for me.
She's a prop so that, the god doesn't use her as the avatar. Let's just, we're going to, no.
But no, I'm just saying about that chemistry, but that's fine. He's doing a great job with both performances. But 6 for me.
Okay.
I think this is above average. I think that despite how some of the writing is silly, I like that they are going more of the adventure style things. We're actually getting some action. We're getting some. We got mummies.
Tomb raiding.
We got some really cool. We got really cool stuff, and I really want to see them lean really hard onto that stuff. Ethan Hawke's character, I love Ethan Hawke. I think he's acting the hell out of it. The writing for him is abysmal and shitty and god. Like in episode 3, he shows up for no reason at a sarcophagus and he's like, "I'm gonna stop you." Wait, never mind. And then he runs away. They don't shoot anyone. They don't kill anyone. They don't do anything to anybody.
There's the rich Egyptian dudes.
It's like that kind of stuff is like we are getting that peppered throughout this whole thing, and it is not good writing. And even in this episode,
you wish a better writing team would handle it because Moon Knight would be kicking some fucking ass.
Yeah, Moon Knight would be sweet. So this is going in a direction that, I mean, we're going in a wild card direction. So I'm up for anything right now. I would rather see them shake up what they are doing and do wildly different because I wasn't thrilled about what they were doing before. So this is an episode that could be the point where it kind of wins me over a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if I want to give it a 7, but I don't.
Wow, okay.
I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to stick with the 6.
I'm definitely not giving it a 5. I'm raising it to 6. I have the benefit of watching it twice, watching everything twice, and I've been more kind to it the second time around. Not only because the graphics are better and they actually finish them solid and improve the editing and all that stuff and the timestamps. It's I like the character of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I don't really like anybody else. Don't like his girlfriend. Don't really like the gods because they're so fucking stupid.
Killed.
I do like his god. There's an interesting thing there. But we just got rid of him. Khonshu. And hopefully he can get him rescued by the end of the series. I do want him to play a factor before the end because it feels like, oh shit, it's the final go as he releases him. I hope that's not the case. Oscar Isaac says he's not doing any other, he's not combining into the MCU. This is literally a one-off. And so if you're going to do this as a one-off, I expect a little better. And so that's why I think we're a little harder on the series than you, because I'm sure we're getting downvoted because everywhere I see is nothing but positivity on this. They're just like excusing all of this kind of stuff. So I also am going a 6 out of 10.
Positive.
Damn me, downvoted. I don't give a fuck. I think it's slightly above average. It's we see potential there, but it's not quite hitting on all cylinders. It's uneven in parts, and I think that's fair to say. I think it has 2 more episodes left for a conclusion, and I'm like, man, you really need. Yeah, see, that might be why I gave it a 5. There's 2 more episodes to get this thing into gear. There's the climax and the battle. The last one has to be, these next 2 have to be on fucking point for me. Otherwise, it's just going to be
the next episode, they're going to raise her, and then the 6th one. That's like
so. Anyways, that's our opinion on episode 4. How do you guys think it's going? Much better? Much worse? Are you about right with us that there's some scenes that are working, some scenes that aren't? That's how we feel. I'm going to go into the spoilers, which we already spoiled it, but I'm going to do a little discussion with my notes. So check it out. Okay, welcome to a little note section here. So, so he puts the statue away. There appears to be 9 other gods imprisoned, and Alex is right. If they could just imprison a god at any time, why not just imprison this new one that shows up? The only explanation is that
she's
they
too powerful.
Too powerful. Bullshit. Because then she wouldn't be imprisoned in the first place or whatever. I don't know. They are there. Maybe they explain it in the stupid court scene. They are there. They haven't had a detour to stop Mark. They likely would have already raised Ahmed from the dead. So if they didn't constantly be trying to stop Mark and Moon Knight, they would have already raised him from the dead. That is just asinine.
I want to go to the party.
Stupid.
I want to know who the people in the comments are like, no, that totally makes sense
that
to me.
Makes sense.
Like,
he just followed him around and fucking around with him instead of doing his objective. That totally makes sense.
He wants to bring peace and order to the world. Because remember, he thinks he's the good guy. He wants to bring peace and order to the whole world.
He wouldn't give a fuck.
He's like,
what the old Avatar is doing.
Man,
so she tries to kiss. She tries kissing Steven. What? Why?
Because he's nice to her.
Steven, he reveals that Mark was trying to protect her and she's trying to kiss him, and I guess she's having feelings for Steven, and then Steven's trying to fall in love with her. This is the most awkward kiss in the history of on-screen cinema. I mean, this love story isn't earned and it doesn't work. I was in a worse move here, but this is still true. Mark hits him. He became. I like that. And what became of this? So she
Mark's
goes in
a piece of
alone.
shit.
So he hits. She just goes in alone, like ignores this, whatever. Then they do the tomb raiding. Steven not funny. He's being a weirdo and a coward here. Then you get the mummy scene, the bomber scene. That was cool. And it just sucks to me that there's no. Here's what I was mad about when I originally watched it. There's no interesting things for Moon Knight to fight. We get this awesome mummy. Does Moon Knight fight him?
No, I can't.
No, he can't.
He's in prison.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, right. He can't transform because he's in prison. We get that. But they could have given him cool things to fight before. I'm just lamenting. The noise the mummy makes is when you're trying to like call a cat. It's like, come here, kitty. No, it doesn't go. It goes. Finally, after the Tomb Raider light, she kind of sees Haro or they get separated. I'm sorry, and then he finds the tomb of.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 the
Alex.
most famous Egyptian
He's not
pharaoh.
actually.
No, it's not a famous Egyptian pharaoh. It is actually Alexander the Great. He called himself Egyptian, so okay. Haro tells Layla that Mark killed her father. So that's a big reveal that we're supposed to be like, what? No. And I don't care. There's no drama there. There's nothing. And so when she brings her stupid
I didn't
shit
want
to him,
Mark anyways. We like Steve anyways.
right? We like Steve.
Mark tried to cheat on her
He
while they were
finds
still
an Ammon
married.
statue. Then Layla confronts Mark that she's more concerned about that than saving the world. She's like, "What happened to my father?" It's like, that's a question you can save for later.
Mark should have just pretended to be Steven. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly, to get it done. The reveal.
Swear me, mum, bruv.
So here's the reveal. He didn't kill her, but he was there.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Wow, how did he die?" Wow.
He brought his partner.
They stop everything in the show to explain how her father died in the middle of a race for a statue and for the spirits of everyone in the world.
Yeah.
She stops everything. Fuck this lady.
There's a mummy running around now.
And then that's when Harlow shows up and shoots and kills Mark. And then we get the adventures of the Stephen Grant and, the golden statue is there and it's all this childhood memories and all this shit starts to mix when he dies into this realm where did he imagine it all? The doctor of this mental hospital is Harlow. It's like, what is happening? Everything is in white. The afterlife is filled with all the characters that he's interacted with. Has he been in this? It's mind-bending stuff. I like it. But not really because we know what's going on. But I still like it. And, Mark and Steven finally get to work together. I like this, that they're both in the scene doing their things. Did you see that in Sarcophagus? That was
The red one?
Yeah. That was banging and it seemed more aggressive. That has got to be the third personality. I'm confirming it here. I think in the comics there was like a cab driver or something. And that's the person that killed. And because neither Mark nor Steven did that, so there has to be a third personality. So I bet you they're gonna get that person out of their sarcophagus, and we'll see maybe a third person in the next episode in the mental hospital after they run away from the hippo.
Oh man, it's great. I love when you add
The
a
hippo
third
says
character
hi.
in the second to last episode to try to resolve.
It
something.
sucks, right? Yeah, the third to last episode we get to see the other personality. And I think there might be one other personality. At least in the comics, it was like Moon Knight himself or something like that. Or maybe at times the god even took over the body. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot left here. So I'm hoping these last two episodes really do great. You guys look fucking depressed.
So what's going to happen in the second to last episode is they're going to try.
You're trying to think at how it's going to fit.
Yeah, it's like, well, I know what's going to happen, right? They're going to get together. He's going to get out of his mental
The
prison.
hippo's going to lead him out of the afterlife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
gotta get
the Ethan
out.
Hawke's going to know that, and he's going to be like, I know you're trying to stop me, but I've stalled my plans to fly all the way to Peru to where you were resurrected to be like, don't try to stop me. And then I'm going to fly all the way back to Egypt to dig up the god.
Yeah, just to tell him, don't try to stop me.
I'm going to leave with one inept guard, and in
Then he
7
releases
days.
him, and then the next one.
Yeah, it's
And
like
the
then
final
in the
battle.
next one, they release the cab driver because they need him. He's even more powerful and can
No,
fight
they have
better
to do
than
that.
Mark.
But
This,
I don't know.
but they don't
Yes.
have any powers.
I don't know.
anymore.
I don't know. I just hope Moon Knight gets a scene, more Moon Knight scenes of him kicking ass and doing cool shit. That's what I'm hoping. With some Egyptian
that's what we were
creatures,
hoping
maybe the mummies, maybe more gods type stuff. But is this a one-off? I don't think we're getting any other seasons, so hopefully this is wrapped up well since it doesn't really tie into the rest of it.
So he has to save Khonshu and he has to beat the bad guy. So the next episode has to be the
Save Khonshu.
rescuing Khonshu. Has to be.
Then the final
and the
episode
is I got my powers back. My
beat the bad
personalities are in harmony, and the three of us with our powers combined.
And potentially, despite all they've said in public, potentially tease that somewhere it'll tie in, or this is how
Or
it
in the
factors
very
in.
end, Ethan Hawke
Or they
has
don't even do
Khonshu.
that.
He's like, I'm going to hold him. Oh, I dropped him. And he's released. There.
This is what you want.
Yeah.
This is what you want, and then he's got Butterfingers.
Yeah, he's like, oh, no, I dropped it. And then he comes out.
Okay, well, get mad at us all you want, Internet. Moon Knight is the best series that MCU has ever done, and it has absolutely no problems in logic or writing. And Moon Knight is kicking the most ass of every hero, and he's got the best fight scenes as well as the best character development. I will say that Oscar Isaacs is doing a good job.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
he's an above, a much better actor than a lot of some of the other stuff that we've seen. And he's on par, and he's doing a good job. So we'll see if that continues in the next 2 episodes. And, yeah, that's it for this one. Let us know how you think it's going so far and whether it can wrap up nicely. All right, we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.